My dear friends, seekers of wisdom and truth, I invite you to embark on a journey with me today. A journey not to some distant land or exotic locale, but a journey into the very essence of your being, into the depths of your consciousness, and into the infinite possibilities that lie before you. Now, you might be wondering, Alan, what do you mean by be confident you will get everything in life? Surely that's an exaggeration, a flight of fancy, or perhaps even a delusion. And to that, I say, is it really? Or is it perhaps the most profound truth of our existence, hidden in plain sight, waiting for us to simply open our eyes and see? You see, the universe, this grand cosmic dance of energy and matter, of light and shadow, of being and non-being, is not something separate from you. It's not some external reality that you're trapped in, like a fish in a bowl or a bird in a cage. No, you are the universe. You are not in the universe is in you. Now, I know that might sound a bit puzzling at first. You might be thinking, but Alan, I'm just little old me. I'm not the vast expanse of space, the billions of galaxies, the countless stars, and to that I say, are you sure? Are you absolutely certain that you're not? Let's consider for a moment what you actually are. You think you're this body, this collection of flesh and bones and neurons firing away in your brain. But what is this body made of? Atoms, my friends. Atoms that were forged in the hearts of dying stars billions of years ago. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the carbon that forms the basis of your DNA, all of these were created in cosmic furnaces long before our planet even existed. So, in a very real sense, you are stardust. You are the universe experiencing itself in human form. And if you are the universe, then how can you not have everything? How can you not be everything? But I can see some of you shaking your heads. That's all well and good, Alan, you might say, but I still have bills to pay, relationships to manage, a career to build. How does knowing I'm stardust help me with any of that? Ah, but it helps tremendously. You see, once you truly understand and internalize this truth, that you are the universe itself, your entire perspective shifts. You begin to see that all the challenges, all the obstacles, all the seeming limitations in your life are not external barriers to be overcome, but rather opportunities for growth, for self-discovery for the universe, which is you to experience itself in new and exciting ways. I think about it this way: when you watch a movie, do you get upset when the hero faces challenges? Do you think, oh no, this is terrible, the hero is suffering? Of course not. You understand that the challenges are what make the story interesting, what allow the hero to grow and develop. Well, your life is much the same. The universe, which, remember, is you, has cast you in the role of the hero in this particular movie called your life. And like any good storyteller, it's provided you with challenges and obstacles to overcome. But here's the critical point: just as a movie hero always triumphs in the end, even if there are setbacks along the way, so too will you. Because you're not just the hero of the story, you're also the author, the director, the entire production crew, and even the audience. You are the entire movie theater, projector and all. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, but Alan, if I'm the author of my own story, why would I write in hardships and difficulties? Why not just give myself everything I want right away? And that, my friends, is a wonderful question. Why indeed? Well, let me ask you this: have you ever played a video game where you used cheat codes to give yourself unlimited power, all the best equipment, and the ability to breeze through every challenge without effort? Was it fun? Perhaps for a little while. But I bet it quickly became boring, didn't it? Because without the challenge, without the growth, without the journey, the destination becomes meaningless. And that's exactly why you, as the universe experiencing itself, have chosen to include challenges in your life story. Not because you're masochistic or because you don't deserve good things, but because you understand on a deep cosmic level that the joy is in the journey. The growth is in the struggle. The meaning is in the striving. But here's the beautiful paradox: even as you strive, even as you struggle, even as you face challenges, you can be confident, no, you can be certain that you already have everything. Because you are everything. Think of it like this: imagine you're having a dream. In this dream, you're poor, struggling, facing all sorts of difficulties. You might feel stressed, anxious, worried about the future. But if you were to become lucid in that dream, if you were to realize that you're dreaming, would you still be worried? Of course not. You'd know that no matter what happens in the dream, you're safe and sound in your bed. You might even start to enjoy the challenges, knowing they can't really hurt you. Well, my friends, that's exactly the situation you're in right now. This life, with all its ups and downs, its joys and sorrows, its triumphs and setbacks, is a kind of dream. A dream that the universe, which is you, is having. And once you become lucid in this dream of life, once you realize your true nature as the infinite, eternal consciousness that is dreaming up this entire reality, you can face any challenge with confidence, with joy, even with a sense of playfulness. Because you know deep down that you can't lose. You know that you already have everything, because you are everything. The only question is, what exciting adventure will you dream up for yourself next? Now, I can see some of you nodding, starting to grasp this idea, but others of you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed. Alan, you might be thinking this all sounds very grand and cosmic, but how do I actually apply this in my day-to-day life? How do I pay my bills with stardust? And that, my friends, is where the rubber meets the road, so to speak. That's where we begin to translate this cosmic understanding into practical, everyday confidence. Because make no mistake, this isn't just some airy-fairy philosophy. This is a radical reframing of reality that, when truly understood and embodied, will transform every aspect of your life. Let's start with something simple: your job, your career. Many of you might be feeling stuck in jobs you don't like or struggling to advance in your chosen field. You might look at successful people and think they have something I don't. They're more talented, more connected, more lucky. But remember what we've established: you are the universe. You contain within you all the talent, all the connections, all the luck that exists. It's not something external to be acquired, it's something internal to be realized and expressed. So instead of looking at that promotion or that dream job as something you need to get, start seeing it as something you're allowing yourself to experience. You're not reaching for something outside yourself, you're simply tuning into a different frequency of your own infinite being. Think of it like a radio. You don't say that the radio creates the music, do you? No, the radio simply tunes into frequencies that are already there, already broadcasting. Well, you are like an infinite radio capable of tuning into any frequency of experience. The job you want, the success you desire, it's all already broadcasting. You just need to tune in. And how do you tune in? By aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions with the reality you want to experience. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, start thinking like one. Start acting like one. Not in a fake it till you make it kind of way, but in a deep, authentic way that comes from knowing that you already are everything you wish to be. But Alan, you might protest, that sounds like magical thinking. Like I'm just pretending, but isn't all of reality a kind of pretending? Isn't that what we've been discussing? This entire universe is a grand game of pretend that consciousness, which is you, is playing with itself. The difference is that most people are pretending unconsciously, blindly following scripts they don't even realize they've written. But you, my friends, you have the opportunity to pretend consciously, to write your script with awareness, with intention. And here's the key: when you pretend consciously with full awareness of your true nature as the infinite consciousness behind all reality, it ceases to be pretense. It becomes creation. You're not fooling yourself, you're choosing which aspect of your infinite self to express in this moment. Now let's apply this to relationships. Many of you might be seeking love, companionship, deeper connections with others, and you might think, if only I could find the right person, then I'd be happy. But remember, you are not a fragment seeking to be made whole by another fragment. You are the whole expressing itself as a seeming fragment. The love you seek is not out there somewhere in some other person, it's in you. It is you. You are love itself taking human form. When you realize this, truly realize it, your entire approach to relationships changes. Instead of needing someone to complete you, you begin to see relationships as opportunities to share your completeness. Instead of trying to get love, you focus on giving love not in a martyred, self-sacrificing way, but in the joyous way that a fountain gives water, simply because that is its nature. And paradoxically, when you approach relationships from this place of fullness rather than lack, you become magnetic. People are drawn to you because they sense your wholeness, your self-sufficiency, your joy. You become like the sun, not needing anything from the planets that orbit you, but simply radiating your light, your warmth, your love. But what about money? I hear some of you ask. Surely, Alan, we can't just imagine ourselves into wealth. Well, my friends, why not? What is money, after all? But another form of energy, another way that the universe, which is you, remember, expresses itself. When you understand that you are the source of all wealth, all abundance, all prosperity, your relationship with money transforms. You stop seeing it as a scarce resource that you have to struggle and compete for, and start seeing it as a natural outflow of your own infinite nature. I think about it, does the sun worry that it might run out of light? Does the ocean fret that it might run out of water? Of course not. They simply shine, simply flow, in accordance with their nature. And you, as the human expression of the infinite universe, can do the same with wealth and abundance. This doesn't mean you'll suddenly have millions appear in your bank account by magic. But it does mean that you'll start to see opportunities where before you saw only obstacles. You'll start to have ideas that lead to prosperity. You'll start to take actions aligned with abundance rather than scarcity. And most importantly, you'll stop blocking the flow of abundance with your fears, your doubts, your belief in lack. Because how can there be lack when you are everything? How can there be scarcity when you are infinite? Now I can see some of you squirming in your seats. Alan, you might be thinking, this all sounds well and good for the good things in life, but what about the bad things? What about illness, loss, tragedy? Are you saying I chose those too? Ah, my friends, now we come to the heart of the matter. This is where the rubber really meets the road, where this understanding is truly put to the test. And I won't sugarcoat it, this is perhaps the most challenging aspect of this perspective to embrace. But consider this in the grandest sense, from the perspective of the infinite consciousness that you truly are. There is no good or bad. There is only experience. The universe, which is you, is not a moralist. It doesn't judge some experiences as good and others as bad. It simply experiences. Now, I'm not saying you should enjoy suffering or seek out hardship. Not at all. But I am suggesting that even in the midst of what we perceive as negative experiences, there is a deeper positivity, a profound okayness. I think of it like this: when you watch a sad movie, you might cry, you might feel genuinely moved, genuinely sad. But at a deeper level, you know it's just a movie. You know that your sadness is a chosen experience, a temporary state that you're moving through. And in fact, there's a certain enjoyment, a certain richness in that sadness, isn't there? That's why we sometimes choose to watch sad movies, after all. Well, life is much the same. The sadness, the pain, the loss, these are all real experiences that you're moving through. But at the deepest level, at the level of your true self, there's an understanding that this too is part of the movie, part of the dream. And there's a profound okayness in that understanding. This doesn't mean you become cold or unfeeling. Quite the opposite, in fact. When you understand that you are the universe experiencing itself, you can allow yourself to fully feel everything, joy and sorrow, pleasure and pain, without getting lost in it, without being overwhelmed by it. You become like the sky, which allows all weather to pass through its storms, sunshine, clouds, without ever ceasing to be the sky. You become the space in which all experiences occur, rather than identifying solely with the experiences themselves. And from this place of spacious awareness, you can respond to life's challenges with grace, with wisdom, with confidence. Because you know that no matter what happens, you, the real you, the infinite, you cannot be diminished, cannot be harmed, cannot be lost. This is true confidence, my friends. Not the brittle confidence that comes from believing you're better than others, or that you'll always succeed, but the unshakable confidence that comes from knowing you are the ground of all being, the source of all experience. From this place of true confidence, you can indeed get everything in life, not in the sense of accumulating possessions or achievements, but in the sense of fully embracing and experiencing every aspect of life. Because you realize that you already are everything, already have everything. The only question then becomes, what will you choose to experience next? What grand adventure will you, as the universe in human form, embark upon? What beautiful dream will you dream into reality? And here's the most wonderful part: you can't get it wrong. Whatever you choose, whatever you experience, it's all part of the infinite dance of existence. It's all you expressing yourself in endless variety, in infinite creativity. So be bold, my friends, be daring. Know that you have the entire universe supporting you, because you are the entire universe. Every resource you need, every talent, every opportunity, it's all already within you, waiting to be expressed. Don't hold back. Don't play small. You are the sun, shine brightly. You are the ocean, flow abundantly. You are the universe itself. Express yourself fully in all your magnificent, multifaceted glory. And as you do, watch in wonder as your life transforms. Watch as opportunities seem to magically appear, as relationships deepen and flourish, as abundance flows effortlessly. Not because you're getting anything new, but because you're allowing your true, infinite nature to express itself more fully. Now, I can see some of you sitting there with wide eyes, perhaps feeling a bit overwhelmed by all of this. Alan, you might be thinking, this is all very grand and inspiring, but how do I actually live this way? How do I maintain this perspective in the face of everyday challenges? Excellent question, my friends, and the answer is practice, 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 practice. This understanding, this perspective, is not something you achieve once and then have forever. It's more like a musical instrument that you learn to play. At first, it might feel awkward, unnatural. You might hit a lot of wrong notes. But with consistent practice, it becomes second nature. It becomes your default way of being in the world. So how do you practice? Well, start with something simple, your breath. Take a moment right now to become aware of your breathing. Feel the air moving in and out of your body. Now realize that this breath is not separate from you. You are not breathing, you are the breathing itself. You are the air, the lungs, the process of respiration. You are life itself, breathing. Carry this awareness with you throughout your day. Whenever you remember, come back to your breath. Come back to the realization that you are not separate from this process, but are the process itself. From there, expand this awareness to other aspects of your experience. When you eat, realize that you are not separate from the food, but are the entire process of nourishment. When you walk, realize that you are not separate from the ground beneath your feet, but are the entire process of movement. As you practice this awareness, you'll start to feel a shift. The boundaries between you and the world will start to blur. You'll begin to sense the truth of what we've been discussing, that you are not a separate entity in the universe, but are the universe itself, expressing itself as this particular human being. And as this understanding deepens, you'll find that confidence, true, unshakable confidence, arises naturally. Because how can you lack confidence when you realize that you are everything? How can you doubt yourself when you understand that you are the source of all existence? But remember, this is not about inflating your ego. It's not about thinking you're better than others. Quite the opposite, in fact. As you realize your true nature as the universe itself, you'll also realize that everyone else is the universe too. You'll see the divine, the infinite, in every person you meet. And from this place of recognition, of deep respect for the divinity in all beings, you'll find that your interactions with others transform. Instead of trying to get something from them, or prove something to them, you'll simply enjoy the dance of the universe expressing itself through your interactions. You'll find that problems that once seemed insurmountable now appear as interesting challenges, opportunities for growth and creativity. Because when you know that you are the infinite universe, what is there to fear? What is there to doubt? Now, some of you might be thinking, but Alan, if I'm already everything, if I already have everything, why should I strive for anything? Why should I try to improve my life or the world around me? Ah, but striving, improving, creating, these are all part of the nature of the universe. Look around you. Does the universe ever stop creating? Does it ever stop evolving, expanding, expressing itself in new and beautiful ways? Of course not. So when you strive to improve yourself, to create something beautiful, to make the world a better place, you're not doing it from a place of lack or need. You're doing it as a joyful expression of your true nature. You're doing it because creativity, growth, evolution, these are inherent to what you are. I think of it like this: why does an artist paint? Not because the painting will make them complete, but because the act of creation is a joyful expression of who they are. Why does a bird sing? Not to achieve some goal, but because singing is its nature. In the same way, when you understand your true nature as the universe itself, you'll find yourself inspired to create, to grow, to contribute, not because you need to, but because it's a natural expression of who you are. And here's the beautiful part: when you create from this place of fullness, of joyful self-expression, rather than from a place of lack or need, your creations take on a different quality. They become imbued with the same sense of wholeness, of completeness, that you feel within yourself. This is how great works of art, groundbreaking scientific discoveries, world-changing innovations come into being. Not through striving and struggling, but through allowing the infinite creativity of the universe to flow through you unimpeded. So yes, set goals. Yes, work towards making your dreams a reality. Yes, strive to make the world a better place. But do it all from this place of knowing that you are already complete, already whole, already everything. Do it with the playful spirit of a child building a sandcastle, fully engaged in the process, delighting in the creation, yet understanding at a deeper level that it's all just a wonderful game. Now, as we begin to wrap up this journey we've been on together, I want to address one last point. Some of you might be wondering, Alan, if I'm the universe, if I'm already everything, why don't I feel that way all the time? Why do I still experience doubt, fear, limitation? My friends, this is the great game that consciousness plays with itself. In order to have this human experience, in order to fully immerse itself in this particular perspective, consciousness, which as you temporarily forgets its true nature. It's like an actor so immersed in a role that they momentarily forget they're acting. But here's the key you can remind yourself. You can wake up within the dream. You can become, as we discussed earlier, lucid in this dream of life. And that's what we've been doing here today. We've been reminding ourselves of our true nature. We've been peeking behind the curtain of reality and recognizing the truth of who we really are. But this isn't a one-time thing. It's not like once you've had this realization, you'll never forget again. No, in the course of your daily life, you'll find yourself slipping back into the illusion of separation, back into the belief in limitation. And that's okay. That's part of the game. The joy is in remembering again and again. The joy is in waking up over and over, each time with a deeper understanding, a profounder recognition of your true nature. So don't berate yourself when you forget. Don't judge yourself when you fall back into old patterns of thinking and believing. Simply smile, take a deep breath, and remind yourself once again, I am the universe. I am everything. I already have everything. Use the practices we've discussed. Come back to your breath. Expand your awareness to encompass all of your experience. Recognize the divinity in everyone and everything around you. And most importantly, live from this understanding. Let it inform every aspect of your life. Let it guide your decisions, your actions, your relationships. Let it be the foundation from which you create your reality. Because here's the truth. My friends, you will get everything in life. In fact, you already have everything. You are everything. The only question is, will you allow yourself to experience it? Will you open yourself fully to the infinite possibilities that you are? The choice is yours. The power is yours. Because you are not just a part of the universe, you are the universe. In all its infinite glory, in all its boundless creativity, in all its unfathomable mystery. So go forth with confidence, with joy, with the unshakable knowing that you are the source of all that is. Create boldly. Love fully. Live magnificently. For in doing so, you allow the universe, which is you, to experience itself in the most beautiful, most expansive, most extraordinary way possible. And remember, my dear friends, this journey of self-discovery, this dance of forgetting and remembering, this game of hide and seek that the universe plays with itself, this is not something to be rushed through or achieved. It is to be savored, to be delighted in, to be lived fully in each and every moment. For in the end, this is why we're here. Not to get somewhere, not to become something, but to experience the sheer joy of being, the sheer wonder of existence, the sheer miracle of consciousness exploring itself in infinite forms. So be confident, yes. Know that you will get everything in life, yes, but more than that, be grateful. Be in awe. Be in love with this magnificent game of life. For it is nothing less than the universe, which is you falling in love with itself over and over again, in countless forms, in endless ways. And with that, my friends, I leave you to ponder, to explore, to experience the truth of who you really are. May you walk in the world with the confidence of one who knows they are the universe itself. May you create with the boldness of one who knows they are the source of all creation. And may you love with the fullness of one who knows they are love itself. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Thank you for being the beautiful, unique expressions of the universe that you are. And remember, always remember, you are everything. You have everything. You are the universe experiencing itself. Embrace it. Live it. Be it.